What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, things are heating up for Solana in more of a fundamental perspective, and I definitely want you to know about it. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into the video. So what we can see here is that over the last few days, we have gotten a lot of Solana ETF news. We, of course, can see here Van Eck files for Solana ETF, breaking 21 shares files S1 for Solana ETF. Bitcoin ETF issuer Van Eck files for Solana ETF, as we just saw there. I mean, dude, we're starting to see things really spice up a bit now, okay? Now, the most interesting one to me is the 21 shares one, obviously because 21 shares has had a crazy-ass impact for Bitcoin. And what we can see here is that on June 28th, the ETF issuer 21 shares filed the S1 form with the US SEC for the 21 shares core Solana ETF. This move marks a significant step towards making Solana-based exchange-traded funds available to public investors. And so, of course, now, this doesn't guarantee, right, that a Solana ETF is on the way, but it definitely goes to show that the movements are being made in the back end. And what you have to understand is that these guys, they're not just going to do things for no reason, right? If they genuinely believe that something's not going to happen, if they genuinely believe that an ETF for Solana won't be approved, they wouldn't waste the time, energy, and resources putting in these status approvals. Like, it's just not going to happen. And so the fact that they are confident that this is going to happen definitely is interesting to me. And what's even more interesting is that Solana's price is not reflecting it yet. Now, let me go ahead and pull it up. I actually didn't have it pulled up, but let me go ahead and get the Sol USDT chart pulled up. What we can see is that, yeah, I mean, Solana's price has bounced a little, but realistically, it's not reflecting it all too much, right? It's not reflecting this possible ETF approval all too much. And because of this, in my opinion, with things like this cooking up in the back end and the fact that it's not, the price isn't really reflecting those movements, one, I think it's a good thing because people aren't putting too much weight and energy and, thought into this. They're still sticking to their core fundamental investment options. And that, in my opinion, is a more healthy way to approach things. But at the same time, it definitely does open a door of opportunity, in my opinion, because if the ETF does happen and we do see it get approved, it is just going to bring more buying volume for Solana. It's not like fundamentally the value of Solana will increase. I think, from a fundamental perspective, the only value increase Solana would have from an ETF approval is credibility. I think it would be able to build up more credibility to then use its name to get better partnerships and bigger, contracts and things like that. So I definitely think there's an option there. But for Solana as a blockchain, as an ecosystem, an ETF, the only value it brings is buy volume, but that's a great value add, and that easily could push Solana's price up to the $200 range again, maybe up to $300 to an all-time high. I definitely think that that is possible. And the fact that we're not seeing this kind of speculation begin just yet because it's only been 24, 48 hours long, I definitely think there's an opportunity here for this thing to really start to catch some momentum. And so obviously I am going to continue to do my dollar cost averages. And so of course, as we do get more news about this ETF, I will update you. Don't forget, here on the channel, I'm not putting too much weight into the ETF. I'm not going to base my investment decisions off of a decision of a group that does not like crypto. Right? I don't think that's a good idea, but I am under the understanding that you have to capitalize on catalysts, and that's it. That's exactly what we're going to do if the ETF approval does get closer and closer to, of course, getting approved. And so I really just wanted to share with some news with you today, just about the fact that we are starting to see these companies in the back end, Van Eck and 21 shares, start to really put in some motion, put things into motion whenever it comes to the Solana ETF, and that could really start to brew up some crazy shit pretty soon here. So make sure you do stay tuned for future videos. I try to update you on Bitcoin, Solana, Jasmine, Render, and meme coins pre-sales and much more for 3, 4, 5 times every single day. And so of course, if you do enjoy these videos, all you need to do is just smash that like button and check out our private Discord server down below if you want to see what I'm buying, a bunch of other creators are buying. We have one of the best gym callers in the world giving his alpha plays. We give alpha reports as a company from the companies that reach out to us. We got exclusive seminars, we got live trading sessions. We have so much there, so make sure you do go down to the description below and go check that out. And of course, I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.